So we actually got a censorship tag on Instagram. It was for talking about water that impacted our ability to communicate these last couple of days.
From September 1st to November 18th, there's going to be control mechanisms that start to censor content. Luckily, this year, we created our own app. And there was some realizations that we went through this week. You know, we started creating content, we hosted this event, we did all the work, and then we realized
that level of depth and intimacy with the people, because that you are being you when you're cooking and when we're sharing and when you see each other's flavor and style is represented after in the food. So we wanted to bring that back to life.
In the same way that we would if you were living with us. It's a day in our lives, because keeping things free actually costs a lot of money.
It's truly an ongoing movement and you are as much part of it. This is just a different way of becoming a part of that.
breathe in.
One of the most powerful movements that you can do in the fascial maneuver process is a rotation, which is really hard to do with a hand because our hands aren't built like this normally. We've been doing this thousands of times. This tool here from Makarlu is going to be coming out. We've been working with them. I've been using it. It's super powerful. And this tool is going to be available. Actually, technically it is right now using Human Garage Code, Makarlu. But we're going to be coming out with the videos and the offerings with this here shortly. And one of the most powerful things to remove trauma from the nervous system is to unravel the belly button and the center area. And I just wanted to bring everybody out and let you know the official launch is coming up here in the next week to 10 days.
That'll be fun.
It'll also help you poop.
Yes.
If necessary.
Well, it's really funny. I don't know if I told you guys, but I was at the event in Prague and this lady was helping her kid. And I was showing them the belly button release and she was asking for support on how to do it. So I showed it. I'm like, okay, after this, you might have to go to the bathroom. And then I left them for a bit and came back and I was like, where'd he go? And she's like, he went to the bathroom. Yeah, the belly button torque is good for that. So the Makarlu will help. And especially if you don't have strong hands or you have difficulty with the technique.
And it also
it's pretty fun to use.
It gives a different
different
grip. Yeah, even different than, like my hands are really good at this, but it gives it a different winding of the tissue that breaks up the adhesions in through the small and large intestines, in through the liver, stomach meridians and stuff like that. So I encourage people, you can go find Makarlu even if you want to right now. Okay, let's sync up. We've been syncing up the same direction for a long time, so we're going to do something different today. We're going to turn our head to the right and the body to the left because we do this 10 times a day. Breathe in. Oil. Let's do some heart oil because
Heart oil.
need a little bit of heart this last couple weeks with everything that's been going on. Dr. Nick's oils from Nick and Ellen from Essential Oil Wizardry.
Reminds me a couple of years ago, sitting here doing this for hours with all the oils.
Oh yeah,
Right,
we did a
same
whole oil
spot.
And now you
series.
all got super high.
Yeah, we all got
And then I
super-
put Moon Cycle on them, and then they both got really sleepy.
So that was actually throat. Now I'm going to do heart. So because we're going to speak.
That's why I was like, this doesn't smell familiar.
So we're going to be speaking from our hearts today. Put a little bit under there just to get it there.
Well, I put throat in my heart, and I'm gonna put heart in my throat. I'm sorry, Dr. Nick, for crashing your oils right now.
So, I mean, this last couple of weeks have been pretty intense in a good way. I mean, we spent some time split up as we went to LA. You went back to Mexico to get the team stationary, get ready, take care of some family stuff. And we had an unbelievable group of sessions in LA, podcasts, professional athletes. We are dealing with which we have an interview coming out with Lon Rosen, the executive vice president of the Dodgers. So we're going to be doing some work with them pretty quickly here, which is really exciting. And on top of that, we have decided on the dinner event that we have coming up and the Fusion event that we talked last month. So first of all, Fusion event, we're pushing off until October. And that's the reason why is because keynote speakers that we want to get, we want to bring like a transformative discussion that's going to be live streamed. Keynote speaker that we wanted, the ones we wanted, are not available and also need a bit more time. So we're going to do it in Miami. I believe it's October 3rd.
Is it 3rd?
3rd.
Okay.
5th or 6th or 4th.
4th. It's
4th,
the 4th.
October 4th.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah.
2nd is our hands-on, the
Yeah.
4th will be the dinner, and then the 6th will be our Transformer Trauma.
And that Fusion event is going to be keynote speakers. We're going to have mainstream media there. We're going to have social media and health influencers with hundreds of millions of following in one place. So we're bringing everybody together to have a discussion about what's going on, which leads me to the next topic. So we actually got a censorship tag on Instagram. It happened on August 8th.
Us?
Lionsgate Portal.
Really?
And what I want to tell you about that censorship tag, it was for talking about water. And I'm not even going to use the type of water that we're talking about, but basically talking about water. And you know that something weird's going on when they're censoring, talking about water. So that impacted our ability to communicate these last couple of days. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be diversifying. If you haven't done it yet, go follow us on Twitter or X, X formerly Twitter. And we're going to be boosting up on TikTok and other platforms because one channel of communication, which our primary channel is Instagram, was threatened because of water. But this is just a sign of a time, the sign of what's actually happening out there.
Yeah, it's going to happen more and more. I mean, even some other topics that people are bringing up that are being controlled or hidden.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is I was looking at our Facebook, which we haven't paid attention to.
In like maybe a year.
In like 2 years, it's at 200,000 followers.
Oh, really?
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw it today.
No idea.
Oh,
Because I was looking at all of our platforms and I was trying to tell everybody, hey, go follow us on all these other platforms because from September 1st to November 18th, there's going to be control mechanisms that start to censor content. And we want to be able to talk to people and reach them. And part of it is our email newsletter, which you can sign up for and we can send you updates about what's going on. And then just getting on all the different platforms. I mean, everybody kind of has their favorite one, but we just want to make sure that we're able to get the health information to everybody. And it's super important. We're going to see more of this. We have decided to remove those posts from our Instagram so that we can go back to our normal reach. But we're going to use that reach to then increase the following everywhere else. Now, luckily this year we created our own app. So in the App Store, you can just go to the Human Garage app, you can download it, and all of our programs are inside there. And inside there, we'll be able to host our own content, which is really the direction that we're going because we predicted this years ago that this was going to start happening. So we're ready, and we want your support in getting our content out there and sharing it with people.
Yes.
and that's another thing too, because one thing I did notice is that even though our reach went down by 95%, we still gained 3,000 followers, which means that people are sharing the post. So the best thing that you can do specifically to help us is get this message out, is to actually share our content. That's one thing that goes way beyond reach. If you actually personally put it up, put it on your story, share it somewhere, that helps us. And that's a way that you can contribute in a really big way in helping us get this message out.
And also, behind the reel.
Yes.
We haven't talked about this yet, but we're launching a program or a network of our own called Behind the Reel. And the idea behind it was really to take these 30 to 60 second reels that we're showing people primarily on social media and showing them what's actually happening behind the scenes. So it's what's happening behind that reel. And this is going to be a space where we have uncensored treatments and sessions and podcasts and conversations that normally we don't have the time to get through in 30 to 60 seconds, or it just doesn't suit the control mechanisms that we're now seeing.
Right.
So, even in Malibu, all the content that we captured with everybody, it's like some of those conversations, they're interesting.
Yeah, we won't be able to put those,
Yeah.
a lot of the conversations.
Yeah, we can't put them there, and sometimes there's treatments and people are releasing trauma, and we're working with high-level people, and we can't share all of that publicly. So behind the reel is going to be a funding mechanism so that we can create more content and build a bigger media team, because at some point here, we're going to need a lot of people to support us with how much content we're starting to produce.
And it's not, it's in addition to building a bigger media team, it's actually to take the content that we have and get it out into other languages. We're in 80 countries. We're growing right now by 1.5 million people a month that are doing this somehow. And what we want to do is support them with content, because they're taking it and converting it in whatever language, sharing it person by person, without necessarily having the cues and the way to do it and answering questions and basic questions. So what we're doing is building a team of people that can actually translate this content and get it out. And it's not as simple as putting it on AI. That's does not work. You can do AI to the point where you have to then translate the actual intent of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this then goes into our fundraiser event and why we want to fundraise, because in order to help 1 billion people, we need support. We can't do it on our own. And that's why we've been open sourcing all of the content and bringing coaches and putting them up and sharing it. But
and
now
training them and everything.
Yeah, and now it's people want to contribute, and they have the means to contribute, and they want to make an impact on the world in a positive way, especially in the health and wellness realm. And we're hosting a fundraising dinner series, and there was some realizations that we went through this week. We started creating content, we hosted this event, we did all the work, and then we realized something. What did we realize as a group?
We realized that when we all cook together, the food is fantastic. That's what we realized.
But it's also the fun,
energy, the fun,
the
dancing.
dancing, the music, that, all of the conversations that happen in the kitchen, all of the creativity, the new ideas. I don't know how many projects we have actually cooked in the kitchen while we're cooking, or like the idea is dropped or something. So that's a big part of the way we communicate, we create, and it's also that like level of depth and intimacy with the people, because that you are being you when you're cooking and when we're sharing and when you see each other's flavor and like style is represented after in the food. So we wanted to bring that back to life.
And it's also that when we went to initially put this dinner series together, we thought like the old Human Garage where we started it. Well, let's bring in a top chef, bring in the top food. And there's a certain aspect of that just didn't fit with us, because it's really us. People want to engage with us. It doesn't matter about the chef. And I really wanted to have the experience of people. I don't want to go just sit and talk to people. Like for me, a good time is showing people, talking, having conversations. Sometimes doing work with them. Sometimes giving them an experience that they'll never forget. And so that's what we're going to do with the dinner series. And, whether it's, did we name it yet? Does it come cook with us?
I think
I don't think
it wasn't dinner at my plate or something.
Yeah, dinner at my
that.
house.
Yeah, I think we're not doing dinner at my
We're
house.
fixing that
We've
up,
got
but
a different
basically
one.
it's to come and hang out with us for a day. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be moving with people. We're going to be talking with people, answering questions, showing them our lifestyle, cooking with them, communing with them in the same way that we would if you were living with us. It's a day in our lives. And truly representative of what a day in our lives looks like. And a day in our lives is what we like to do. And we wanted to give people that want to contribute a way that they can also help and fund us. So the it's beyond the price of a dinner, but these are people that ask us all the time, how can we contribute?
Yeah.
And if you have the financial means to help us out in this way, what we're going to be doing is doing these dinner series, city by city, where you come and you integrate with us. And it's only 16 people. And by doing this, you get the full hands-on experience, and you get to use your ability, your financial ability, to help contribute to the bigger part of this mission. Because keeping things free actually costs a lot of money, and that's one of the things as we scale, which we're learning very, very fast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the kitchen's the heart of the home. You know, it's got that heart feel to it. And when we all get together, it's very intimate. And so it creates that bond that when the people are around us, it's super
Yeah.
fun and it's like a big party. So
And it's
Good way to-
important and special also that everybody don't see this as our mission or our vision of hitting 1 billion people in a year or 2 years, but that it's as much yours as is ours, and it's a movement where we are all a part of. So we just contribute in different ways. Like we're bringing the education and every day, every second of our lives into doing this, and you're bringing something different. So this movement, because I don't feel it's just a mission at this point, because we're gonna achieve it. It's truly an ongoing movement, and you are as much part of it. This is just a different way of becoming a part of that. So
Do you know what I changed the email signature to today?
what?
Together,
Yeah.
we can inspire 1 billion people to heal themselves. Before, it was our mission. And it just felt like there was a change. And I didn't share that with you guys yet. I just sent an email out about our Instagram and everything changing, but it was together. We can inspire 1 billion people. And it's because we're now at that pivotal point where I really feel support from the community around us. Like everywhere we go now, we have people coming in and supporting us with all the activities and running things, because we really can't do this all on our own. And to go back to the dinner series for a second, what was interesting is every time we've started something, we always kind of started in the way that everybody else would do it. And then we realized that that's not really us. You know, like when people were like, oh, like, do we dress up for it? And I'm like, I'm going to wear my Human Garage shirt and my Human Garage shorts.
that's all
and-
you have anyways.
However,
You don't have a choice.
the principle of it is we've been programmed and shown that there's one way of doing things, and everybody has to live into that box. And that's really not how we live. When you walk in our door, it's, you know, we want to dance, we want to have good music on, we want to play, we want to cook together, and we may mess something up, we may create something out of nothing, and the creation experience, going through that together, is really what makes it fun. The food doesn't matter, it's the experience together. And what we wanted to do is bring people into our home. And it's not about the dinner, it's about the connection and the experience and the conversation and the fun and living life in a little bit of a different way. And that's what we want to show people. We do live differently.
And also,
I was going to say, if you want to contribute to this, even if you're not able to attend, I mean, the largest single donation that we had was $175,000, and the person didn't even attend the event because they believe in the mission. And this is just one mechanism where we're actually turning on this funnel again. So if this is something that you're called to do, your money will be spent in creating content and videos and helping people around the world, helping build systems and programs, getting supplements into areas. Like when we went to Cartagena last month, all the programs, even the supplements we gave out were free because they don't have the funds there to do so. So if you're called to do that, either being at the event or not, please, this is an opportunity to contribute.
Yes.
How's it feel to be here?
Very relaxing for me. And kind of surreal and a little bit disconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disconnected.
But
I don't
but
feel...
in a fun way.
I've beauty of Vancouver, but and this is where it all started, but there's something going on in North America. I felt it in the United States, I felt it in Canada, and it doesn't feel necessarily comfortable because this is a place where we love. And I can feel the fear and the uncertainty and the energy, and this is why I know that people need this, what we're doing on this tour, more than ever.
Yeah, I was really pleased to be back in the mountains, though, with all the trees,
Yeah.
greenery. Yeah, see family. That was important. Connect. Fill up my family cup again. That was important.
And that brings back like the point that I wanted to share. It's not that we can or cannot do this together. It's that we chose this. We chose to do this
Yeah.
with each other. No, because it's not one of us.
Life choices.
You know, we chose to do this as a team, as a community, to bring family in, to bring friends, relationships, everything in. So it's just not a matter if are we capable of doing it alone or not, but it's a choice to do it together. And it brings a very different type of power and inspiration, but also possibilities. So there is something very special about doing it like that.
Well, I think what's interesting is it started with us, and then like one family member from each side would come in, you know, or friend. Mm-hmm. And then I think like a year later, another one came in and out. And then a year later, that one comes in and out more, but another layer comes in. And so for the first time ever, I mean, I feel like we're hitting the depths of our own families. It's not just us and one other member of the family. It's now like 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's quite interesting to watch, especially how this all started and the direction. Because what we were doing at the beginning was very polarizing in a way. It was different and
Separation.
It's separated and in a way it may be a good thing. Mm-hmm. But I'm seeing that really pay off now and how our family members are coming in and supporting, and it's kind of cool to watch. And that's, I mean, coming back here and everybody's coming out and helping, it feels really good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a journey, because you would think even like last year with worldwide success in what we're doing, that our families would have all been engaged and supportive, but this last year has been the year that they've been gradually supporting. We're at that stage where even the ones who didn't support are somehow supporting, either through even with words, which wasn't the case last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. It feels really supportive, like the underneath support. That's
Mm-hmm.
good.
Maybe in behind the reel you will be able to see them, but they're like all here. We have like 2 people from each family here right now. Like you have your son, you have your daughter, my brother and my daughter, you have your mom and your brother, and now people that also is family or that we have chose as family. So it's pretty cool to see the mixes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we have Vancouver coming up in Toronto. The Vancouver and Toronto events, it feels different, but there is a commonality that happens in Canada last minute, and people choose to make decisions last minute for whatever reason. And I'm not sure what it is, but the interesting thing is that we're back to a full event. We've got Deepak coming. He's a music artist that created the music for the Academy Award-winning Plandemic movie. Mm-hmm. And then we have Chris Witecki going to be emceeing and going through the whole show. We've got Raw of Earth and then Ikwe, both going to be moving the audience. So these events, if you haven't been to these events, these are more like a concert than it is a fashion maneuvers class, just so you know. You're going to be moving and laughing and crying and dancing and chanting and doing all kinds of crazy things. So if you haven't been to one of our events, or if you've been to one in the past where it was just a bunch of movement, this is completely different.
Yeah, it's a whole new level.
Who knows what Raw will come up with this time.
Yeah, I mean, we did a pop-up event you guys will see the video for it shortly.
That was so
we did a pop-up event in LA with 24 hours notice, and 380 people came. And Raw had everybody moving it. It was amazing. It was just on Kitts Beach. And
Santa Monica Beach.
Yeah, and we're going to be moving from here to Toronto. So if you're in Toronto and you haven't got your tickets yet, get to Toronto, get out there. Mm-hmm. If you're a practitioner or you're a coach and you want to actually involve this is a place where you can capture the most important part of this. Is not the techniques. Those are all available online. It's the energy that drives this movement that you're bringing into your local market. And we're bringing this worldwide community of people together for the first time, which is super fun. I mean, if you haven't been to an event, you have to get out. And within a month or so in Air One in the United States in Los Angeles, we're going to have Giselle's desserts made with our Fascial Sweet 0-calorie sweetener, which actually is based on amino acids and sweetens 4 times sweeter than sugar, works like sugar. She's got 5 items coming out.
She showed you how to bake a tart.
And then, with Power Kirk as well. So we get a tart that has Power Kirk and Fascial Sweet. So it regulates your blood sugar, drops your inflammation, and the line is called Sweets That Heal. So look for those coming up soon, and go to Giselle's Vegan Kitchen, and you're going to be able to check those out too. She also ships these nationwide through the United States, and I think into Canada. But
It's really good.
Yeah, her stuff's good.
So I had a piece, and I don't really like sweet stuff that much anyway, especially sugar. And I had a piece, and then we were sitting at the dinner table, and there was another piece left, and I looked at it, I'm like, well, it doesn't have sugar in it, so I might overindulge, and I did. So I reduced my inflammation. I overindulged in amino acids.
it was really funny to watch this
delicious.
contemplation, because Jason will normally not eat sugar. The same thing with me. And I went for my second piece, and I was just waiting to see if he was going to go for a second piece.
I thought you were going to say, I saved you a piece. I thought about, oh, that's
ate
your
your
piece. Not like I'm going to eat it.
You were in Cancun. Yeah.
It was delicious, and it was fun watching you bake with her. That was fun.
I'm just going to tell you, for those of you guys who watched the video, my baking, even though I was with her, didn't come out like hers, and I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I was set up to fail there in some way, to keep the secret inside. But anyways, it was fun.
It was very fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Fun time.
Do you want to sync out?
Yeah, let's think of.
Let's do a different one. Let's do hand heart. Breathe in. Two. Three. Nose. Two. Three. Awesome. If you enjoyed the episode, just leave a comment. Let us know what you're looking forward to the most.
And share this with people. Remember, share our social media right now. Now is the time. We're asking for you to support in that way. Thank you.
My name is Okai. I'm cooking like 16 years right now. Last 6 years in Michelin star restaurant, 2 years 11 Medicine Park, 1 year per se. And then I move LA. Then I start Millie's restaurant, 2 Michelin star restaurant in Santa Monica. After like 9 months, I'm opening my own restaurant. Yeah, this is my life.
We put together this dinner series, and we realized that as we were putting on the first event, that people wanted to connect with us and deeper into the mission itself. And it wasn't about the chef, and it wasn't about the location. It was about being deeply connected to this movement of helping people through helping yourself first. We are putting together this event with 16 individuals in which we're bringing people together who really care about helping the world and have the financial resources to do so. And what we're doing is we're spending our time together communing, working with you, helping you understand the deeper reasons why we're involved in this and why we've given up our lives. We want you to be a part of this mission fully. And in order to do that, getting to know us at the deepest level is what's going to make that happen. Come join us for this special event. There's only going to be 16 people, and we're doing it city by city. It's going to be one of the most powerful interactions that we have and that we've ever had in working with people around the world. Become a part of a movement that's helping over 1 billion people help themselves.